Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. My name is Lily, and for those of you who are returning, thanks again for dropping by. For today's video, I wanted to do something different. If you have been on this channel and you've watched some of my videos, you already know that I have actually moved across the country, and I did that to attend nursing school, and I'm really excited, also very anxious, but more excited than anxious over this whole change in scenery and for the next year or so. But basically, I thought it would be interesting to do a sort of tour, I guess, of my studio. This is what you're looking at right now. It's a small studio, definitely, but I think that we've pretty much made good use of the space here. My husband helped me move and kind of just figure out what the layout would look like best for me while I'm studying during my time here. But essentially, I thought it might be helpful for those of you who are, either in a studio or looking to move to a studio for whatever reason, whatever new journey down your path. But I thought it'd be interesting to do a little tour, sort of how I put things together, what I like, what I don't like, just so, if this is something you think you want to do, it might be helpful, might be insightful. But yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today solely. So get ready, get a drink, get a snack, and I'm going to start from the front door. So let's get going. All right, so this is the front door. I actually just got this wreath today, so I'm really happy. This is an apartment complex, obviously. I'm not going to be decorating anything outside. Just really what's inside would make it look cozy, look homey, and I really, really like this wreath. I will link all the items that I'm going to talk about today, if I can find it, off Amazon, off wherever I found it, if it's still available. These are things that I purchased recently, just within the past 2 weeks, to kind of make this apartment a little cozy. But yeah, this wreath is from Amazon. It's kind of like eucalyptus. It's very simple. It's actually a very good price. If I remember correctly, it was less than $20. But I put a little bit of flowers. It didn't come with these roses. These were from my wedding, actually, and I just wanted to reuse it, and, brings back really good memories. So this is the front door. And yeah, in this apartment, you do have to use the regular key. They don't have like the automatic fingerprint or, keypad. So it is a traditional key, which is fine. It's a very clean, very modern, very simple apartment. So I really like this. So immediately after you enter, you get this little nook here, which I thought is really, really cute. It actually is very useful. As you can see right here, I've put together like a bookshelf. Well, I didn't actually, my husband did. I'll link this bookshelf. It's very, very useful. It's also priced very well, but it took about an hour for him to do it. And it just took so long. And, he's an engineer, so he knows what he's doing, but it still took a very long time. So in terms of putting it together, it was a pain in the butt, but once it's all together, it actually looks very well, very nice. This is obviously not real wood, it's synthetic, but just from the looks of it, it gives it a really nice rustic feeling. It does come with these 3 little cubicles up here, and it has like a couple shelves here, and it has a couple drawers here as well. And on the bottom, this is where I basically utilize it to fit my shoes. Because this is a studio, I'm trying to maximize space in what I do. This is essentially supposed to hold up to 200 pounds if you sit here, but I think my husband said it probably might not be able to. I don't know. So what I did instead is, I don't have a place for my printer. So I bought a printer, and I currently have my printer here, which I think works perfectly. Again, trying to utilize space and maximize space in the small area. But yeah, I just kind of decorated with, these little twinkly lights. And this is also faux foliage from my wedding. This I got off Lings. If you're interested, I'll also link this below. But, this is these are so realistic looking. They're beautiful. We actually use this for our welcome table along with the roses, so I just wanted to reutilize it. And again, it just, makes this place kind of nice and airy and cheery. I just have my photos here. I wanted to just cover that because for privacy purposes. But, you have a couple different shelves you can utilize. And I really like this. I got these off Amazon. It's just like a nice little reminder. This, I'm trying to figure out what to put here. I want it to be pretty purposeful with, what I put here, not just like decorations. I really want it to mean something. So I don't know yet. So we're just going to keep it empty. These are just candles I got from Costco. I wanted to get the candles they had originally that were like 4 for $20. They smelled so good. I forget the brand, but they didn't have it at the Costco here in Philly. So essentially I got this, and it came in a 4-pack. These were $5 each also. The scent wasn't the best, but I really like the, you know, it's fine. I'll just use it, but I really like the glass. I think I repurposed one of the glasses, and I'm planning to repurpose it again just because it's really pretty. It definitely gives more of a Christmas vibe. It's kind of we're in the wrong season right now, but it's okay. I mean, it works for what I need it to. So technically you could also put some stuff up here. Initially I put some real plants up here, but then because this is a little nook here, you're gonna see soon, there's really no sunlight, so I didn't want them to die. So of course here I just have all my artificial, you know, plants, I guess, in a way. So yeah, so just really quick for this, if you are interested in this dresser, or I mean like bookshelf, shoe rack kind of thing, these drawers are actually kind of flimsy. They're obviously, again, faux, but it's like made out of like plastic and some sort of like clothy material, but it holds pretty decent. Like, I mean, I put my indoor slippers in here, and I planted, this one is empty because I have things packed in my bags, but it would be for my ID cards, you know, subway keys, all that stuff. But it also hangs, I like to hang my key here before I go out. It's also really nice, and it has like additional hangers here that I put my umbrella and everything. So yeah, sorry, that's kind of long-winded here, but I just wanted to give a quick overview here. I just put my dice in here. It just seemed like the best place to put it without overcrowding. So this is pretty much the entryway. I have a little shoe mat here, but I don't like it. I brought this over from Cali, but it's too small, and it's really hard to just, you know, walk in and just step on this tiny little piece of rug. So I actually ordered a bigger one so that it'd be a little bit more comfortable to walk into. But yeah, I don't like to walk, I don't wear shoes in the house, and I also don't like to bring shoes in, so I want to have like a dedicated shoe area where like the dirty stuff, you know, is over here specifically, and I got one that was washable. So yeah, that's pretty much it. And this is like laminate hardwood. And so I'm gonna turn us around this way so you can see. If I didn't mention this yet, it's probably in the title description, but this is a 460 square feet apartment. So when we first came in, it looked really tiny because there was no furniture. But now that we filled it up, I think it looks a lot better. So going into here, this is the first closet. I just have my shoes here. These are really great for organizing shoes or whatever you need. This is like $12 off Amazon, and I just put some extra shoes I have here because obviously that doesn't fit over there. And then here, it's pretty empty. You know, I don't really have too much. It's just cleaning supplies, the internet, and I have like my luggage and stuff that, you know, was brought over during the move. So because the parking lot is actually quite far from, not super far, but it's kind of a little bit of a walk from the building, you have to go all the way through, you know, the parking garage. It's really inefficient to just be carrying things by hand. So I have this little wagon thing. Oops, I have this little wagon thing that I got off Amazon for like $35, and it works well to just put all my like groceries in if I were to go somewhere outside to buy some stuff and buy a lot of things. All right, so now we're gonna go to this closet here real quick. And this one is my pantry. So what I really like about this apartment is that even though it's small, there's like, you know, decent space for like putting all my things in the pantry and the closet. So this is kind of like a multi-purpose one. I have here like, you know, tissues, like laundry detergent, my hand towels and all that stuff. And then I have here on this side just like toilet paper. I know it's not the like most organized, but I think it works for now. And then I just have some rice, and this is like my pantry area where I put like, you know, some food and then more detergent and Clorox wipes. So there's definitely a lot more room up there, but I really don't have that much. So I just keep it at a minimum. I really don't want to like, you know, crowd up and just keep buying stuff when I don't really need to. So yeah, that's the second one. And this third one, and what I really cannot do without, is in-unit washer dryer. So this is an in-unit washer dryer. It's definitely on the smaller size, but it works perfectly well. I just have this open to let it air out after I wash it, you know. But yeah, it works perfectly fine. It's just for me, so you know, there's no issues here, and I like it. It's yeah, it does the job, right? So all right, so moving on to the bathroom, it's actually pretty spacious. I think that it's really comfortable, but I feel like, you know, if this was a little bit smaller, I'd be perfectly fine with it also. You know, I just have this little thing up here I got off Amazon. It's just like a little reminder. It's kind of funny, it's cute, but it's a little reminder that, you know, if you can't control it, at least to me, if I can't control it, just let it go, you know. Toilet, we don't need to go into that. And then we have the mirror with the sink, and it's just, you know, very straightforward, right? I really like this medicine cabinet because it actually opens up to like a really, really nice, like there's so many mirrors here. But yeah, there's a lot of space here. I don't even need all 4 shelves. I just, you know, put all my stuff here. I actually did put this up here, and then I put up that and those 2 little racks. For some reason, it makes no sense to me. They put the hand or the bath towel here behind the door, but the shower is here. So how does that make any sense, right? I would have assumed this rack should have been over here. So I don't use that for that purpose. I don't really know what to use it for, but I just got these off like from Target. They were like 10 bucks each, and it works really well for holding towels, laundry basket, and this is a really nice shower. I have never seen a shower head like this before. It's, you know, sprays water from the top and from the middle and then from the bottom. But yeah, it's really comfortable. It does use a lot of water though, so I'm not sure like I would want something like this, but it feels really nice. And then I just have, no one will go into details, but yeah, I just got eucalyptus here because I really like the way eucalyptus smells in the shower. It's like very fresh. And then I got that little soap holder. And then this is from Target. The soap holder is from Amazon. This is from IKEA, I think. Yeah, the little holders. So, and then I just have like these little mats here, you know, from Target. Pretty straightforward, pretty simple, but this is the bathroom. Going out here now, we're going into the living area. So let's take a look and see how the place is arranged. It's really simple, very straightforward, nothing fancy. But again, just wanted to show you. So I have a bed here. This is a queen size bed. And, you know, I technically could sleep in a full size bed, but my husband does come and visit me. So, you know, a queen size bed would work better. Obviously at home we have a king size bed, but you know, the space is not going to fit a king size bed very well. So that's the bed. The mattress is from Costco. It was actually, it's labeled as firm. It feels firm, but it could be firmer for me because I personally appreciate really firm beds. So it actually works pretty well. The price was very good. This little, what do you call it, bed frame I got off Amazon. It's like metal, really simple. It was $50, you know. And then I just put some of my bags and other stuff underneath the bed here. Pillows are also from Costco, 2 for 14 or 15 bucks. Really comfy. I mean, honestly, if you're moving and you need to buy furniture, you're not like moving all your stuff over, I think Costco's a really great place to go. Also Amazon. And then going over, I have these 2 nightstands. These are actually really works really well. It has like 3 different settings. If you turn it off, turn it on, it has 3 different settings. And I love it. And this is from Amazon. It looks really nice, doesn't it? But it was so affordable. This is only $55, this entire setup. It has like a little charging port here, but these are not very strong, so I don't use these. I actually have my own little extension cord there. But yeah, this is $55. So for 2 of them, times 2, right? And then again, similar where they have these drawers that are like very flimsy, but honestly, if you just put things that you, you know, if you don't put like, I don't know, 50 pounds in here, you should be perfectly fine. And then it has like a little rack down here. You could also put some, I just have my laptop here right now. And then I have like a couple little plants. I love plants. And I just want to decorate this place with a little bit more plants. So yeah, this is what it looks like. And it works perfectly as a nightstand. Currently over here, I don't have anything. I actually have ordered a little nightstand off Amazon, only 15 bucks, and it looks really nice also just to, you know, have something here. But in the meantime, there's nothing there. What I like is that they also have this like mirrored closet, which at first, you know, a lot of people might be like, it's uncomfortable sleeping on your bed next to a mirror, which could be like, you know, a little, I don't know, weird. But I actually, when I was living out at my condo a long time ago, I had a mirror next to my bed and I just got used to it. And I mean, it's not ideal, but it's fine. It works for me. And it's also full length, which is really nice. Makes the space also look a lot bigger, right, when you have mirrors. And this closet, I don't really have too much stuff in here. It's just like, I didn't bring too much because I'm just gonna be wearing scrubs mostly anyways. So just clothing for summer, spring, fall maybe. And then this is like all my winter stuff because it does get really cold in Philadelphia. So yeah, that's pretty much it in here. Pretty straightforward. I also got this little thing from Target, I think. I really like these, like command, because the thing is, these little, these hooks, you don't have to like drill holes into it, right? It's just like use a command strip and then you just tape it on or you stick it on and it holds like a certain number of pounds depending on which one you buy. So these are really nice if you don't want to be drilling into the walls where you live. Okay, so moving on, this rug, I got it because it totally reminds me, it's like the pattern is so similar to the rug we have at home in our living room. This rug was from Amazon, and this rug is, I think, it's 8 by 10. Originally, I had wanted to put this under the bed, but it's way too big. I miscalculated, mismeasured. So it went over into the living room, which actually I like a lot more. My husband said it would look better there, and I totally agree now because it gives it more like of a living room space. I think that, you know, ideally, you know, when you can kind of differentiate between the sleeping and the living area, it makes it a little nicer when you can like obviously compartmentalize. Obviously, I have no divider here, but you know, this is the most I can do right now. Originally, I was thinking maybe I'll put the couch over here, but that would, I don't know, would that look kind of weird? So we ended up like doing it like this, which I think actually worked out really well. This rug was only $90. The one we got at home, or the one we have at home, it was from, I think it's Ruckable, the one where it's washable, it's for pets, right? It has like an underlayer. That was like $300 something and literally looks almost the same. So I was like, man, Amazon really has some really good finds. I'll link all of these below as well. This couch is so comfortable. This couch is very firm. It's like a little bouncy. So it's like, if you like a firm sort of couch, this is the couch for you. I don't like sitting in very plushy, like soft, where you can fall into type of couch, excuse me. So I like this because it's like firm. The only con for this though is that the backing is not very comfortable. It kind of like protrudes in. If this like comes out a little bit more, it'd be more comfortable, but I guess that you could get pillows for that. But for the price, I can't complain. This couch is was $320 something. I think with tax is $350 something or $360. But yeah, it was definitely a really good price. It has these really comfortable like side for your hands, you know. It also has the charging port here, which I don't use because again, I don't like to plug it into here. It just takes a lot longer when I have those chargers over there. So, or those outlets over there. Yeah, this is a really, really, really good price for, and actually fairly comfortable. I can sleep on this thing. Like I'm 5'4" and I could sleep comfortably on this thing. So yeah, just do the math. And I just have my little plants here. I have my backpack here. And then I have like the plants I got from IKEA, from Trader Joe's, from Home Depot. And they just have me sitting here. Yeah, so I just, I think if you really like plants, but you know, plants can get kind of expensive. You don't want to spend too much. You can definitely go and get them at like IKEA sells some really good ones. This is from IKEA. This is from Home Depot, Trader Joe's. That's where I got all these plants. The prices are really good. And with IKEA and Trader Joe's, like these little porcelain pots are actually priced really well. With Trader Joe's, it comes with it. This was like only $12. This was like $11 for the horsetail or the ponytail plant. And then I have a little one here. So this is my little dining table where I also use as my desk. Originally, I was thinking about maybe I needed to get an actual desk, but then if my husband comes and visits, or you know, any friends or my parents comes and visits, there's nowhere for them to sit to eat. So I thought I might as well just get a little dining table here, and you know, it's, you know, serves two purposes. A desk would have felt better with an actual chair, but I got these chairs and these are really comfortable. These are also really firm. The set I got from Amazon, the chairs were a little bit expensive. They were like, I think 90 something each, which, I mean, it's not too bad, but still 90 something each for one chair. And this entire table, this glass table, including the bottom, like the whole table, it was only like $100. So, yeah, I mean, go figure, right? So the only thing I don't like about the glass table is that you can easily see fingerprints. But the reason I got a glass table, besides the fact that it was priced well, is because it makes a small space look a little bigger, if you can tell, because, you know, it's clear, it's transparent almost, right? So it makes it look bigger because it's transparent. Now, if this was solid, it would take up a little bit more space. So to me, it's more like a visual, you know, trick that your mind plays, thinking it's a little bit bigger, because when you live in a small space, you definitely want to maximize, right? So this is, yeah, it's just a cute little thing I got off Amazon. So there's a space here. I'm not sure what to use this for, but I can definitely use this. I just don't have anything to use it for right now. This is my Nespresso. I had this for a very long time. It was decommissioned. I've had this for like over 10 years, and I gave it to my mom, put it at her place, and I actually brought it over because I need coffee. And I got this little tray thing from Amazon. And just put my little Nespressos there. And this is the stove top. It's not the gas burner electric. And I really miss the gas burner because it takes a really long time to heat up, but it's not bad. Fridge, pretty self-explanatory. Sorry about this. It's just, this is real life, you know? So I just have my tea that I was drinking earlier, my water bottle. I got these from IKEA. Again, these are really great to put up around the house if you have a small space like me and you want to maximize, you don't have anywhere to put stuff. This toaster was actually super cool. I never knew they had these, but it makes sense. This is a slim toaster, so it's really good for like small spaces like this. It's very slim, but it's like a little longer in length instead of like, you know, wide. So I like how this looks and how compact it is. I got this from Target. It was like 20 bucks. It's really affordable and it works really well. This I actually just got when we moved here, or when I moved here, and it's the Nespresso aerator, the milk frother. This was no, was it? No, it wasn't. It was like 80 bucks, I think. It was less than 100 bucks. But this is so amazing. It makes such good, you know, milk to pour on top of the coffee. Like you go out and you buy a cup of coffee, it's $6 now. You can just make this. That pot is like about $1.50. Put some milk, maybe $1.80, and you have a beautiful latte. So yeah, it's just, man, coffee is expensive, you know. This little rack I got from IKEA, it's such a good one. Like I have been buying racks for like, on Amazon, they're like 30 bucks for a rack, the wooden bamboo rack, which looks nice, but it does mold over time. This is completely plastic, and what's so nice is that these little divots, it actually holds the plates. For some racks, when I put it on the plates, it like falls over. This works so well, and it has like a little, you know, place for like your utensils. This was only $4.90 from IKEA. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's such a great rack. Yeah, I just think it's a, you know, no-brainer. I have here just my like, oh, I forgot to talk about this in the bathroom earlier. This is from Amazon. It's a pack of 2 and it's $15 each, so a pack of 2 is $30. This is the automatic soap dispenser. I love it. I use this at home, but I got the one from Simple Human or something. It was like $80 each. It was expensive, and I don't really want to, you know, spend a lot here at this apartment. Just whatever can get me going, right, for the year or so that I'm here. So yeah, this is only $15. It looks really sleek, works very well. I love it. This dish soap, I got these from Amazon, the glasses, and I just put my dish soap and hand lotion here just to make it look a little nice. And this is, you know, just a little drying board to put it on. I hang my cutting boards here. This is, again, utilizing these types of hooks. Amazing, save space. And then here I just have, you know, the apartment does come with like these little, it actually has a lot of space. So this is where I put all my like bowls and stuff. Here there's space. And then also there's more space above here. These are like more, it has a lot of very generous, you know, cabinet space. And then over here, I just keep all my textbooks and my school stuff because yeah, I don't have space for that and I don't need all this extra for kitchen stuff. So yeah, that's what I use that area for. And yeah, just more shelves. This is the dishwasher, and then I'm just not going to show the top of the fridge because I have pictures up there again for privacy purposes, but I will show this area. So this is I just put like a little weekend to-do list. So like things I have to do on the weekend to remind myself. And I actually I got these little Polaroids. You know, you can get these, what's it, Insta? Mini Link, right? It's the, man, I forgot the name of that little portable device where you could print out the Polaroids. But I printed these out, and then you can just buy these little magnets off Amazon, and then I stick it to it, and then I make my own magnets. So my own magnets over here on this side, which I won't be showing, are all photos of people I care about and people who are important to me. So yeah, and this is just my to-do list and my fridge. This is a full-size fridge, so it's really nice. I can fit a lot of stuff in here. And there's more space up here, which I keep random knickknacks. I originally thought there was more shelf space up here, but yeah, those are just faux. Yeah, they're not real. So that's pretty much it. And there's also a fan up here, which is really nice. I've not had a fan in a house before that I lived in, so this is really nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the studio. I also have like a little board here that I think works really well to keep track of, you know, activities or schoolwork and stuff. Board is from Target. It was like 17 bucks or something. It's like a chalk whiteboard, so works really well. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to turn this around and talk a little bit about pros and cons of living in a studio, just, you know, to give you some input. Now, I just wanted to share a little bit about my thoughts on moving into studio, pros and cons of it. I think that, you know, for me personally, I'm going to be coming here as a student and I really don't want a big space. So I think that if you're just a single person, I think moving into a studio is really ideal because, first of all, if it's only temporary, you don't want to be purchasing a lot of furniture, spending all that money, and then moving back home. For a studio, because you only have an allotted amount of space, it actually works very well to just like prevent you from purchasing a lot of furniture, right? So obviously, we went through all of this. I have a couch, I have a bed, I have a desk. I spent, a little, I would say probably altogether, furnishing everything, getting the plants, all the little knickknacks, was probably about, I don't know, $3,500 maybe. So, you know, for just like 15 months of this, it's not bad if you were to move into a larger place by yourself, but if it's like longer, if you're not living in this place for a long time, if it's only temporary, like a year or something, then I think a studio works very well. It also makes it really easy. It helps you like not purchase a lot of things. But it definitely does have some cons, I will say. But finishing up on the pros, it's just really nice that, you know, you can just get up, you can go and wash your clothes, get to the sink, you can make a cup of coffee. It's just, everything is just so close and it's like very cozy feeling. And I really like that. I think the fact that these have high ceilings, it makes the place seem bigger, which is always a plus for me. I was looking for a place specifically that had higher ceilings because I get a little claustrophobic. And also a place that had a lot of windows, which this does, and it just brings a lot of light. It makes it airy and open, and I think that's really important. And it's just, you know, it's very simple. There's very little cleaning you're going to have to do because it's so small. I mean, I still do clean, but it's a lot less than when I was living at home, right? We have a, you know, larger space. But otherwise, I think that, you know, it's pretty nice. There is a gym down here. So for this apartment, there's a gym, there's a pool, there's security, there's like study lounge and everything if you wanted to study outside of or work outside of your apartment. There are options for that, and I think that's kind of nice to have those amenities. But as for the apartment itself, it's definitely totally doable. I think, at least my humble personal opinion. Like, this is again 460 square feet. It works really well for just a single person. You're gonna have plenty of space, and it helps you declutter because you can't purchase a lot of stuff. And also because it's a studio, it's probably cheaper than a one bed, one bath, right? Now the cons of this place are, there are a couple. Obviously, first of all, if you are used to having separation, you're obviously not going to have that. So whatever you're cooking in the kitchen, you're going to smell it over here, which is your bed, which isn't ideal, right? So at least there's a fan, their windows do open here, so I try to like ventilate when I can, but the smells are gonna be, all over the place if you're not a fan of that, which I'm not, so that's definitely a con for me. The other con is more like, I think it's just personal for me, is the fact that my bed is right across from the fridge, and I think I'm just very sensitive in like hearing or something, but there's this like tiny little hum that the fridge makes, which I noticed on the first night here, and it just drove me crazy because the bed's here and the fridge is there, and I just hear this hum throughout the entire night. But it's been about 2 weeks now, and I feel like I've kind of just like tuned it out. I mean, I kind of have to, right? Otherwise I'd just sleep in the closet, but I tune it out, so I'm able to sleep more peacefully now. But yeah, it's just kind of annoying. I don't know if it's just a fridge thing or if in general there's like always a small little hum that fridges make, and it's like right across from the bed, which is super annoying for me. That's another con for me. Honestly, I don't have too many cons, I just realized. I guess the last con for me is that if you are someone who has a lot of things, obviously you're going to have to be able to play Tetris a little bit and be a little creative in figuring out like how to maximize space without cluttering it. But I think that can be kind of fun, right? Like for example, if you get a bed that has like space underneath like this one, or one with drawers, but I didn't purchase one with drawers because it costs more. This bed frame's only $50, but it works perfectly fine. If you maximize it like that, you could put stuff underneath and you can still save space and no one sees it, right? So for me, I really don't have too much, and I don't really want to buy too much again because again, I am only living here for a year or so, so I haven't filled up like even the closet space, but to me that's like perfect. I guess the other thing about this space that's interesting is that the windows are actually all the way up there, and they actually put in these blinds, which I actually appreciate. I guess this is a pro. Let me show you. You see that the blinds, they put in the blinds for you, so you don't have to do it yourself. You don't have to buy poles. You don't have to like buy curtains and everything. That's really nice. So you don't have to purchase that. So I appreciate that. But because it's so high up, I can't hang plants. I have to get a ladder to go hang plants from the ceiling. So that's obviously a no-go for me. So this is why all my plants are on the ground. But I think they're happy there. So who knows? But yeah, that's pretty much it, I think. I honestly, I just realized I really don't have that many cons for this place. It's actually really nice. I, obviously just miss home. I miss my husband. I miss my family. I miss my, my friends and my house, the pets, the animals. But I think that, for the purpose of going to school, this is a good move. And I think that, if you're in a similar situation, if you prefer to live by yourself, which I personally do because my husband does come to visit, I never wanted to have a roommate over here. So I think a studio is a good choice. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to show you all quickly what it looks like, how it's decorated. If you have any suggestions about the placement of things, definitely let me know in the comments below. I'm always open to hearing and would always appreciate it. But otherwise, if you have any questions about any of the items you saw, let me know. I'll try to link them if I can find them. But I will definitely link the furniture pieces because these are all really recent. Okay, thanks for dropping by. Hope you enjoyed my little studio tour here in Philly, and I will see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.